YouTube analytics is probably one of the scariest topics for beginner YouTubers. All these complicated charts, numbers, and percentages can be overwhelming if you don't understand them. And without knowing how it works, success on your YouTube channel is pretty much out of reach. To make sure that doesn't happen to you, today I'm giving you a full guide on YouTube analytics. By the end, you'll know which numbers, which charts, and percentages you should actually care about and which ones you can safely ignore. Let's start with YouTube Studio's dashboard. Even though it's not technically the tab with analytics, that one's a bit lower in the menu, it still shows some basic performance stats. You will see how your latest video is doing, your channel stats over the past 28 days, comments, and even your latest post from the community tab. Out of all these stats, the only thing I occasionally check is subscribers. For example, seeing that the most popular subscriber on this channel has 5.5 million subs is kind of cool. But does it help the channel grow? No. It's just fun trivia. That's pretty much all you need to know about the dashboard. Now let's dive into the actual analytics tab. This is where things get serious. The first section you'll land on is overview. It's packed with data showing how your views are changing day by day. Pretty straightforward, right? Here's the tricky part. If your content includes both long form videos and shorts, this section might not show an accurate picture of your video's performance. YouTube Studio aggregates all the data into one big mix. It's like seeing the average temperature for the whole month. Useful, but it doesn't tell you what's hot or cold in specific days. So to really understand what's happening, you'll need to break down those stats yourself. Don't just glance at the overall numbers. Dig deeper. I see this channel got 646,000 views in a month. Someone unfamiliar with YouTube analytics might look at older stats and think the views dropped, but in reality, we've just stopped uploading shorts. The long form videos are still performing well. In fact, they've been doing even better lately. In the overview tab, besides overall views, you can also see real-time view counts. Cool feature, but honestly, it doesn't give much actionable insight. Then there is the trendy live subscriber count. Back in the day, Social Blade had this feature on their site, and YouTube probably got jealous. Why let a third-party platform have that cool counter, right? So YouTube built its own version, and now we can see our subs updating live. Handy, sure. Helpful for promotion. Not really. You will also notice a list of top performing videos from the last period. Again, interesting to see, but not super helpful for growing your channel in real time. But if you click the See More button, it will open a detailed chart showing your video's performance in table form. This is where things start to make sense. That's where you should be analyzing your channel. I recommend checking this tab at the end of each month for the last 28 or even 90 days because your top performing videos aren't always your newest uploads. By analyzing which old videos are bringing in the views many months after they were uploaded, you can spot the ideas that might need revisiting. Then you take these ideas and create something similar. Time investment is minimal and returns are maximum. Isn't this just perfect? There is another awesome feature in YouTube Analytics that many people overlook, the Export Current View button. Lets you export all the display data into a Google Sheet. From there, you can download it as an Excel file for further analysis. Now, if you're into hardcore data analysis and words like regression models, determination coefficients do make you smile, you can totally geek out over these stats. But for most creators, that's probably overkill. Still, knowing this feature exists can be really useful if you ever want to get serious with data. The real benefit of exporting stats to Excel is that you are not limited to top 50 lists like in YouTube Studio. You get everything, every video's performance data. This means you can sort and filter by things like video length, view count, or even average watch time to see what's working and what's not. For example, sort your videos by length to see if longer videos are pulling in more views, or sort by popularity to check average watch time and retention percentage. And if you are into Excel's data analysis tools, you can even try finding patterns and correlations. Let's be real, that's pretty boring unless you're a data nerd. All the analytics before were cool, but where you, newbie, can really get the most useful info is the traffic source tab. This is where you can uncover something super valuable, seasonal trends. Let me show you how seasonal trends look using one of our old partner channels, Mobile Vlog. If I switch the time range here to lifetime, go to traffic source and filter by YouTube search, I can spot patterns over the years. See these spikes on the graph? Yeah, that's the seasonal stuff. For example, in 2020, 2020, 2021, and 2022, you might notice that January and February always have spikes in views for YouTube-related content. Why? Maybe it's New Year's resolutions, people launching new channels, or just seasonal interest. On your channel, these trends might be a bit different. By spotting these trends, you can plan your content calendar around when your niche tends to blow up. For example, on our tech channel, we have similar spikes in interest for iPhone customization, MacBook buying guides, and so on. We plan them in advance, and this leads to good views every time. Smart, right? You're not just relying on luck. You're playing the algorithm, adapting to it and people's interests. This approach works really well for niche-specific YouTube channels like our cooking channel, Good and Hunger. Instead of looking at traffic sources, I check overall monthly performance. For example, past data shows that February and March are peak months for pasta, casseroles, and lasagna recipes. I don't know why, but I see this as a sign to make more videos about that next February and March. The worst part is that these seasonal trends can only be spotted if your channel is somewhat of an oldie. Our tech channel has those trends, but our AI master doesn't. But the niche there is a bit chaotic, so trends are less pronounced. Anyway, understanding seasonal trends isn't just useful for content creation, it's crucial for keeping your entire business model profitable. If you manage multiple YouTube channels, this becomes a goldmine. You can compare patterns across different niches to see what works best and when. If you only have one channel, keep watching because I have more to teach you. Now let's switch to the audience tab. This is where things often go off the rails, especially if you hire marketers that don't know how YouTube works. They jump in, excitedly shouting, "We need demographic data." Then they see that the median viewer is a 25, 34-year-old male and immediately task their social media manager with creating mood boards and ideal customer profiles. Please stop doing that. Audience analysis in YouTube doesn't work like traditional marketing. In product design, sure, hyper-targeting a specific customer might work. When it comes to YouTube content, you need something with broad appeal. If your core target audience is 24 to 34-year-old males, according to the numbers in this example, they might make up 26.5% of all viewers. That's not even a third, that's a quarter. If you create content aimed only at that group, you're alienating the other 74% of potential viewers, and without them, your channel's growth is dead in the water. Forget about demographic stats, focus on viewer interest and behavior patterns. YouTube does not care about specific age or gender groups the way traditional marketing does. Instead, it works with interest clusters. Your job is to create content that appeals both to the 25 and 34-year-old males and 8-year-old kids, basically everyone. If you nail that, the algorithm will reward you. You should never hyper-target your content for a specific audience. The broader the audience, the better. Instead of looking at the demographic data, check the channels that your audience watches. This small section tells you exactly what types of content your viewers already watch. If you spot consistent themes or creators, lean into those trends. Copy videos from those creators and you will hit the spot 100%. With YouTube, you're not marketing a demographic. You are marketing for an interest cluster. When you bring your business or YouTube channel to our agency, we're not going to create another interest map for your audience. We've already worked with hundreds of clients already, so we'll simply check the stats in YouTube Studio, similar creators, and see what content cluster you belong to. This will tell us all we need to know to help your channel grow. But if you are a small YouTuber and don't have the kind of data yet, don't worry, there is an alternative, albeit a bit more time-consuming way to get the same data. Open Content, Videos, and click See More. Then set the date range to 90 days and choose traffic source suggested video. Sort them by impressions. What you'll see here is a list of videos that suggest your videos. Yes, many of these will be your own videos since YouTube likes recommending your content to viewers already watching your channel. But here is the important part. You'll also see other channels and topics your viewers are interested in. Not all of these videos will be niche specific, but the ones that will be can be a great source of fresh ideas. Check out these videos, check out the channels they're uploaded to. Once you find these channels, head over to their YouTube pages, switch to their videos tab, and sort by most popular. Look at what's performing best on their channel and consider creating something similar with your unique spin. This is pretty much how you can identify niche leaders and relevant channels even on a new channel. After uploading a few videos that mimic your competitors, check back to see where YouTube is recommending your content next. If the number of relevant videos has increased, you are on the right track. But before we move on, you've probably already noticed the massive gap in how much data I have compared to a beginner YouTuber just starting out. I've already seen all the competitor channels and analyzed their stats, while a new creator might not even know where to begin. The solution to this problem is surprisingly simple. Come to work with us. We'll help you with everything. My team will do all the research and create you perfect and uniquely tailored content plan that will respond to your audience's requests. We'll come up with thumbnail designs and titles that get clicks. We'll write you video scripts. You'll only have to show up and talk to the camera. And even that is optional because we also work with faceless channels like Gesund and Schnell or Good and Hunger. Both are leaders in their niche, earn its owners tons of money. If you want a channel for your business, we know all about it. We've worked with real estate tycoons whose channels turn their business from something small to huge real estate empires. We've worked with music brands, ballet dancers, and anyone you can think of. So regardless of your niche, we've got experience in that. If you're new to shooting videos, we'll help you set up a home studio. Our director will jump in a video call with you and explain how to set everything up, where to put the light, the plants, and how to turn your room into something pro looking, all with minimal investments. And after you've shot the video, we'll help you edit it. Our editors can edit pretty much anything, creating a unique style and visual language. Even uploading, we do that too. You won't have to spend hours doing SEO, optimizing your tags and so on. We'll do it. We'll upload the video, optimize it, do the thumbnail A/B testing and all that. Again, you only have to tell us what you want and then talk to the camera. That's it. I will leave a link in the description. Click it, answer a couple questions, and we'll find a way to make you popular. Let's continue analyzing YouTube stats using a real example from one of our clients. I will open the analytics tab and switch to revenue. Here we see that the channel earned $10,000 in July and jumped to $31,000 in November. That's a huge increase. But why did it happen? Did the views skyrocket? Did CPM suddenly spike? Unfortunately, this tab doesn't tell us. All we see is a breakdown of revenue from long form videos and shorts. And it's the same info repeated in two different sections. One shows how much we earned from regular videos, and the other shows how much we earned from shorts. That's it. No extra context, no deeper insight, just duplicated data presented slightly differently. This is what I call analytics for the sake of analytics. But there is a useful revenue metric that for some reason, YouTube decided not to show in the revenue tab. It's the RPM, revenue per mil. This metric shows how much money a channel earns per 1,000 views. Everyone's curious about how much YouTubers make per 1,000 views, and this is where you can find out. Every channel has a different RPM. It depends on a niche you're in, the videos you make, your audience's location, and so on. Channels about finances in English earn the most. The same goes for real estate, banking, and so on. To see this metric yourself, head over to the videos tab, click see more, then hit more metrics and select RPM. Make sure to set the time frame to last 365 days. Here, we can track exactly how much the channel earned per 1,000 views over time. For example, on July 25th, the RPM was 86 cents, but by August 23rd, it jumped to $2.66, and now it's at $3. This means that a while back, the channel used to earn around $300 per day, but now it's making up to $2,300 per day, just from better monetization rates. That's a massive increase in daily earnings, all thanks to that higher RPM. The RPM graph is a direct insight into your earning potential, helping you spot revenue spikes and adjust your content strategy accordingly. So to anyone still crying about how YouTube is too saturated or there's no point in starting a YouTube channel anymore, thank you. Thank you. Your hesitance means less competition, more money for creators who actually commit. Every day you delay launching your channel is another day someone else is getting those ad dollars. All right, let's go back to the previous channel and open another tab in YouTube's analytics. That's a bit controversial, the inspiration tab. This section is hit or miss. Depending on how niche your channel is, it might suggest relevant, useful videos or absolute garbage. YouTube's algorithm sometimes glitches, and it's important not to fall for its random recommendations without thinking critically. Here's how it works. There is a search bar where you can type in specific queries. Let's try how to get subscribers on YouTube. For this, YouTube pulls up some popular creators' videos related to this topic, as if I didn't already know those existed. I've seen them already. There's even a video titled How to Get 100 Million Subscribers on YouTube. Sounds promising, right? Let's check it out. Oh, great. It's a joke video from an Indian creator saying, just change the subscriber count to 100 million in the source code of a website. Oh, brilliant. Thanks, YouTube. I will definitely make a video on that. Not. Despite this nonsense, YouTube confidently labels this search query as very high interest from my subscribers. Oh, no. I seriously doubt that. If YouTube could actually suggest meaningful topics based on real viewer interest, this tab would be a goldmine, but it doesn't work that way. It's super inconsistent and often suggests outdated, irrelevant videos. For example, I tried typing how to make $1 million. You would expect trending or successful content, right? No. YouTube recommended some ancient videos that are totally irrelevant today. Funny enough, I know for a fact that we've already made a similar video for one of our clients and it performed exceptionally well. So why is YouTube suggesting all the other videos but that one? The answer is surprisingly simple. YouTube doesn't know what it's doing in this tab. There's no complex AI magic going on, nothing. It's just YouTube giving you a search query that is getting some views. Just don't waste your time in the inspiration tab. You won't find good content ideas here. It's full of outdated, random, or just plain weird recommendations that won't help your channel grow. Instead, if you are serious about finding what your audience actually cares about, there's only one place to go: the audience tab, specifically what your audience watches. This is where you will find real insights into your viewers' interests based on what they're actively watching across YouTube. It's data-driven and far more reliable than the guesswork in the inspiration tab. All that earlier stuff was just beginner level. The real analysis starts now. You need to dive into specific videos analytics and start breaking things down at a deeper level. So let's do exactly that. We open the video, click Analytics, and at first glance, we're still seeing pretty basic metrics. YouTube even highlights that the video got more recommendations than usual due to better retention. Cool, but not really helpful. We already know retention matters. We are here for deeper insights. Next, we switch to the Reach tab. Here, we see the CTR, click-through rate, sitting at 4.9%, and now many creators would stop here and start making conclusions about the video based on this single number. Big mistake. Here's what you need to understand. CTR isn't just a number. It's not some standalone metric like a final exam grade. It's an aggregate average, a weighted number made up of multiple data points from different traffic sources. To truly understand what's driving your CTR, you need to dig deeper. So we head into the traffic source breakdown, and now we're talking. Here's what we see. Search, 8.7% CTR. Excellent. People searching clearly like what they see. Channel pages, 11% CTR, amazing. Loyal subscribers are interested. Suggested videos, 1.7% CTR, pretty bad. Random viewers aren't biting. Homepage, 5.2% CTR, not terrible, could be better. See the difference. The overall 4.9% CTR means nothing on its own. It's just a blend of all these individual numbers. Where your viewers are coming from matters a lot more than the overall percentage YouTube shows at first glance. So what should you do? If search CTR is high, your video's title and thumbnail are SEO friendly. If suggested CTR is low, you might need better thumbnails or stronger hooks to keep random viewers interested. If the homepage CTR is decent, but not great, consider improving the first 30 seconds of the video to lock in curious new viewers. Never judge your CTR by the main number YouTube gives you. To make real improvements, you need to break it down, source by source. But how should you analyze it properly? This is where we need to click a super useful button that actually makes sense. Compared to, let's say we uploaded a similar video almost a year ago. We selected for comparison and choose impressions click-through rate CDR as the metric. Now, by selecting the traffic source filter, we can see how the CDR behaves across different sources for the same time frame. This lets us compare how people are clicking on the current video versus how they clicked on the old one. And this is where real analysis begins. For example, we noticed that CDR from the homepage in the first 7 hours was nearly twice as low compared to the older video. After some digging, it turned out the title was different. The original title referenced a different type of content, so fewer people were interested. As soon as we changed the title to something similar to what worked last year, CDR shot up. You can't evaluate a video in isolation. You need to look at it within the context of your previous uploads and learn from past performance. And always compare metrics with impressions. This metric tells you how many people saw your video in their feed. The main goal is to get as many impressions as possible. The more people see your video, the more potential clicks you get, and the higher your chances of blowing up. Logic might suggest that the more impressions you get, the higher your CDR should be. But that's not how it works. YouTube Analytics follows a concept known as the diminishing returns effect. Imagine you pick 3 apples from a tree, take them to the market, and sell them for $10. You think, whoa, great profit. So next time, you pick 30 apples, expecting to make 10 times the money. But when you show up, you realize only 6 apples sell while the rest go bad. Suddenly, your profit tanks because you overestimated demand. The same concept applies to YouTube videos. More impressions don't always mean a higher CDR. If your current video has a lower CDR, but way more impressions than a previous upload, that's actually a good thing. It means YouTube is pushing your video to more people than before, even if not everyone clicks on it. The ultimate goal is to get more impressions. CDR and average watch time directly influence how many impressions your video gets. More impressions means YouTube is recommending your content. So even if CDR drops, as long as impressions grow, you are on the right track. However, if CDR drops and impressions stay the same or decline, that's a red flag. Means something's off, maybe your title, thumbnail, or content isn't working. When YouTube pushes your video to a broader audience, it starts reaching less interested viewers. These are people outside your niche who aren't as likely to click, causing your CDR to drop. This is normal and actually a good sign. Means your video is going viral. Another important metric to compare is average view duration, but you should only compare videos that are similar in length and format. Comparing a 1-hour video to a 15-minute one won't give you meaningful insights. For example, if one video has a 10-minute average view duration while the other sits at just over 4 minutes, does that mean the second video is bad? Not necessarily. If we check impressions, the first video might perform slightly better, but the key point is that they are not comparable because of their different lengths. Always compare like for like content. If I uploaded a 1-hour long video last year that got lots of views and want to create something similar now, I should aim for roughly the same retention video length. Let's say last year, the average view duration was 10 minutes 42 seconds, and now it's 10 minutes 6 seconds. Great, that's consistent retention, meaning the video is well structured and still engaging. It's a clear sign that I'm on the right track. The most valuable insight comes from analyzing traffic source CDR in the first few hours after publishing. Compare a new video with one of your most successful uploads using the comparison tab. This will tell you how well the new video is performing right from the start. If you get good at this, you will have multiple YouTube channels, tabs open everywhere, and a deep understanding of what works and what doesn't. The more you compare similar videos, the better you will be at spotting trends and optimizing future uploads. One of the most important sections in YouTube Analytics is the engagement tab, but here's the thing, don't just look at it for one video. Instead, go to the Analytics tab, then open Content and select Videos. This is where you'll finally see the retention graph, which reveals key data about how your audience interacts with your videos. The most valuable section here is called Key Moments for Audience Retention. It highlights critical parts of your videos where viewers stayed engaged. YouTube even sourced videos by highest retention by default, making it easy to spot what works and what doesn't. Study the best performing intros carefully and repeat what made them successful. If a video had great retention, figure out what you did right. Was it a strong intro, a good hook, or engaging pacing? Make sure to check which parts YouTube marks as key moments. These sections show what you should double down on when making a new video. For example, if your intro is consistently hold attention, keep using that format. If certain explanations or scenes cause viewer drop-offs, rethink or shorten them. Keep in mind that viewers often skip over ads, causing brief drop-offs in retention. This is normal. Ads are essential for revenue, so don't worry if you see dips around ad placements. Just make sure they're well placed and don't disrupt the flow too much. Analyze, analyze, and analyze again. Sit down and watch your retention graphs closely. Figure out exactly where people skip, stop watching, or switch to another video. Ask yourself, why did they skip this part? Why did they leave the video? Use the tactics that work more often and completely drop the ones that fail. If you keep refining based on retention data, your videos will only get better. That's what we're doing in my agency, and that's why our videos get consistently high retention on all channels we work with. And if you want your retention graph to look like this and your view count to be like this, hit the link in the description. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.